Under the dim glow of a flickering street lamp, a barefoot girl danced. Her movements were fluid, like the soft ripple of water under the moonlight. A crowd had gathered, strangers who had stumbled upon her performance while rushing through the cold city night. Coins clinked into a tin can by her feet, but she danced not for money, only for the freedom her movements gave her. Across town, Caleb sat by the window of his opulent mansion, hearing faint music carried by the wind. Confined to a wheelchair since the accident, he watched the world outside with longing eyes. He could sense that something extraordinary was waiting to be discovered, and as fate would have it, their worlds would collide in a way neither could have ever imagined. Nia was 17, but her eyes carried the wisdom of someone who had faced far too much far too soon. Homeless and alone, she danced for survival and for solace. Her dream of becoming a professional dancer had been overshadowed by a life of prejudice and hardship. Meanwhile, Caleb, the 13-year-old son of a self-made millionaire, lived in a gilded cage of luxury. The car crash that had taken his ability to walk also took his hope. His days were filled with silence, his nights with dreams of what might have been. They were from two different worlds, but both knew what it felt like to be invisible. That shared understanding was about to bring them together in a way neither could predict. It happened on a breezy evening when Caleb's father, Richard, drove through the city. They spotted Nia dancing in the park, her silhouette illuminated by a street lamp. Caleb, leaning closer to the window, was mesmerized. "Dad, stop the car," he insisted, his voice carrying an urgency Richard hadn't heard in years. As they approached her, Nia froze, clutching her ragged jacket tightly around her. Caleb's eyes, however, held no judgment, only awe. "You're amazing," he said softly. Nia hesitated, unsure whether to trust the wealthy strangers. But Caleb's sincerity broke through her guarded heart. Soon Richard extended an invitation to their home, one Nia reluctantly accepted. She had no idea how much this single decision would change her life. In the days that followed, Nia began visiting Caleb regularly. She started teaching him how to dance, adapting each step to his wheelchair. For the first time in years, Caleb felt alive, laughing and moving in ways he thought were impossible. In quiet moments, Nia would talk about her late mother, who had been her first dance teacher. "She always said that dance could heal anything," Nia shared, her voice tinged with both sorrow and pride. Caleb began showing signs of progress, not just physically, but emotionally. He no longer saw himself as a burden, but as someone capable of achieving more. Their bond deepened, built on trust and mutual encouragement. When Richard invited Nia to perform at an upcoming charity gala, she hesitated. She knew the wealthy attendees would look down on her, but Caleb, eager to share her brilliance with the world, convinced her to say yes. The night of the gala arrived, and Nia stepped onto the stage in a borrowed dress. Her performance was a fusion of raw emotion and flawless technique, captivating everyone. But the true miracle came when Caleb, inspired by her courage, attempted to stand. His trembling legs held him steady as he took his first step toward her. The room fell silent, then erupted into applause. Tears streamed down Richard's face as he watched his son reclaim his strength. The miracle moment went viral, capturing the hearts of millions worldwide. Caleb's courage and Nia's resilience became symbols of hope. For the first time, Nia felt seen, not as a homeless girl, but as an artist. Offers began pouring in from dance academies, but Nia chose to remain close to Caleb's family, where she felt most at home. Together, they decided to use their newfound platform for good, launching a foundation to support underprivileged children in the arts. The initiative quickly gained momentum, helping countless young people discover their own potential. A year later, Nia stood on the stage of a prestigious dance academy, no longer the girl who danced for coins under a street lamp. Caleb, now walking with the aid of crutches, cheered from the audience. Their friendship had blossomed into a partnership that inspired change. Richard looked on with pride, knowing this was just the beginning. Their foundation had already transformed lives, proving that miracles don't always come from extraordinary events, but from ordinary people who dare to dream together. And so, their story ends not with a single miracle, but with a legacy of hope. Nia and Caleb showed the world that even the most broken pieces could come together to create something breathtaking. They turned pain into purpose and found strength in each other. And in doing so, They prove that the connections we make can spark miracles far greater than we ever imagined.